All right, welcome everybody back to Slay the Stars in episode 85. I'm so nervous. Last time, I'm just gonna go to right where we ended. Kai took Tali downstairs, who begged Lauren to come with her, because Kai was going to try to break the spell on Tali, and Tali was a little hesitant at first, but Kai brought up the fact that the spell was holding her back from being who she was. And Tali agreed to have the spell broken. And then Kai rolled shit, and I've been getting shit about this because I forgot to say what I actually rolled on the episode, and I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it was a 5.
I think it was lower.
It might have been lower. It was really bad. That's why Arthur looked over and was like, "Oh crap!" And I was like, "Yep, dice foretold," because it was real bad.
It wasn't a 1.
Yeah, it was not a 1, but it was bad. If it had been a 1, things would be even worse, but things are about to get really bad. And that's what we're picking up. The diamond exploded. Tali thought that's not how this is supposed to happen, and there was darkness.
Darkness for who?
Yes.
Well, Talia, at least, we know for sure.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure if that was my darkness or...
Yeah. Well, let's start with other people. Zem and Shar. You okay, Shar?
Yep.
What is happening
It's
to
not Shar, it's Arthur. He's breaking.
Zem and Shar, you were upstairs on the deck. Shar, you just came up after getting tea for everybody, and then Kai sort of excused you.
I got some tea, everybody.
And thank God she did, or you might have been drawn into this hurricane of badness. But you were discussing upstairs about the weird people downstairs and how they, well, in Zem's words, how you could use them. And then Shar corrected her and said, help them? And then Zem was like, that's the same thing. And Shar was like, nope, not the same thing. And the conversation was actually really fun until you heard a loud explosion from downstairs. And that is where we are picking up now.
What the fuck was that? Did we feel it? Did it rumble?
Yes.
Okay. If they broke our goddamn ship, I swear to God.
I mean, we already made it here. He's going to take off running after he puts
I
down the
still want to go home!
All right. You run downstairs, and immediately there's this smell that you've never smelled before. It's something burning. But it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that ozone smell that Zem's magic does, and it doesn't have like wood burning smell. So it's not the ship on fire. It's something else.
Immediately popping detect magic.
There is magic everywhere,
Ah!
and you look around, and there are you. It almost looks like there's glitter everywhere.
Like in the air?
No, on like the support beams for
it's
the upper
glass.
deck. It's bits of diamond that have been embedded into all of the pillars.
Oh, Jesus.
The floor, the ceiling,
And they're just gone?
and they're gone.
Is there like a imprint where the bodies were when it exploded?
Is there a hole in the floor? Like,
Okay, so
Explain.
you rush over to the couch where the people were, and, well, so where Kai and Talia were. Lauren was, when you left Shar, Lauren was leaning against one of the support beams so that he could see up the stairs and also what was going on. There doesn't seem to be like an outline. There's also not blood everywhere. It's just like the people were there and then they weren't. But it seems like they weren't there before the diamond exploded or as it was exploding because there's no weird outlines.
Char's going to go and check all of the rooms. Like, weird.
As you're going to check the rooms, Luteo's door opens up and he's like, what happened out here? I heard some people talking and then there was like a boom.
we don't know yet.
Help.
And he comes out and he's like, what the hell?
You do your search. I'm gonna go up. I'm going up to the top deck.
Luteo's like, oh my God! And you turn and look at him. He's like, my lab! And you look over and there's just like glass fucking everywhere. It all shattered when this explosion happened.
Wait a minute. Time. Weren't our blood in those vials?
Yes.
Yes. Ah! And some of that alien goo was in some of those too. And so he rushes over and he's like, no, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'll clean it up. And you see he's like using burning hands or something. Like,
Oh, now it's okay to exterminate everything.
he's, we have to kill it. We don't want.
There's
we don't
no
want.
space to throw it into.
Oh, fuck.
Deshara is up on the top deck still, and she's like yelling down, like, is everything okay?
Well, I was making my way up. They're gone. Shit is everywhere. It looks like a ferry exploded downstairs. Do you see them? And so, like, I'm gonna go, like, to one side and look over and see if I can see anything.
Okay. I would like for. So, this is actually the opposite. So, if you're doing a general quick look around the ship and stuff, perception for you.
Fuck.
If you're doing an investigation,
everything.
you're going to be doing an investigation roll.
14 plus 0.
Okay.
Five plus 0.
Perfect. Oh.
What was that?
I forgot. I have one
Portent?
portent, and it is 4.
Oh, okay. So we're not going to use that. All right. So, Zem, you
somebody
don't
else's
see
portent.
anything, any sign of them outside the ship. However, this was a large explosion of magical energy.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing seems to be coming to the ship now, but you are immediately concerned of what, if somebody as powerful as Adria is paying attention to this, if she has some way to monitor this,
Mm-hmm.
this could be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Shar, are you staying on that second floor, or are you?
I'm up and down both floors at this point.
Okay. You see no sign of them anywhere.
Fuck.
It's all 3, right?
Yes, all
Okay.
3 of them are gone. And you also notice that when you go downstairs, because there's that bottom floor that's sort of like the storage
Right.
area, there is like a pile of dust slashed really fine, like sparkly diamond that is like covering all the surfaces that are directly below that floor above them. This diamond wasn't just broken into pieces. It was almost like,
Atomized.
yes, into like its smallest components.
What the... Oh, God. Were they atomized?
Are we on the same floor?
No.
You guys can meet back up and have this conversation.
I'll try to collect as much powder as possible.
Lesser restoration, lesser restoration.
Mending.
I don't think I can mend this.
Yeah, but the diamond.
But the diamond, though.
I mean, is it worth of, or can magic sift it out? Like,
I don't know if we're at that anymore.
listen, I hate to be cold,
Do you?
but this doesn't change anything for us. Like, this is sad, but we can't forget why we're here and what the mission is.
Right. Kai's gone, though?
I understand that. And she's a concern, and I'm not saying that we give up on her, but I still think this was a huge beacon that just went off, and we need to, whatever our plan is, we need to get on with it, or we're gonna fail.
Shit. So we have to leave the ship then?
I don't know what else to do. We can't take it with us. I mean, it's a beacon. I don't know what to do about the orb. Do we bury it?
Could. But require one of us to touch it.
I mean, she can get it. Tashara.
I can get it.
No, are you comfortable with that?
I mean, we can leave
Yeah, I
it
mean-
in the structure and bury the whole thing, because I can mold earth.
I mean, I don't have any magic at all. Like, that thing might not even affect me.
Do you think we can put it in the brig? Like, do you think it'll be safe there?
I don't think it's going to be safe, period. I think our best option is to put it somewhere that nobody would suspect it is. And we would have to, like, bury it deep enough. I don't even know what that is, but
I would like for you, Zem, to roll me a charisma saving throw. And I would like for you, Shar, to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
16.
12.
As you're talking about the orb, you start to hear this. It's easy to call it music, but it almost isn't music. It's like the sounds around you, the wind, the creaking of the ship, the footsteps of Luteo downstairs. They all sort of come together and coalesce into this rhythm. And you find yourselves sort of just like thinking more in depth about the orb. And you get this idea like maybe he could help us. You don't have to act on it. You're not being forced to act on it, but your thoughts are being pulled in this direction. Continue.
Do you think they could be trapped in the orb with him? I mean, we don't even know what got him in there in the first place.
I didn't even think that they could be in the orb. I guess anything is possible. But isn't he on this plane? Like, isn't this... He's just in the orb. Maybe they're not... I guess I thought they weren't on this plane. I don't know. I don't know where they went.
I don't know either, but there doesn't seem like there was a body to find. They had to have been either they or this, and he holds up like the dust, or they got transported somewhere.
I don't think we have time to solve this mystery. I hope for their sakes that they're not trapped in there with him. But, speaking of him...
But they'd be alive.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that they're alive, but, like, if they're in there alive with him, that's... Jesus. Do you...
Should I do it? I've already
Do what?
to ask the orb. Next, Nox? Which one is it? I forget.
Next.
I think we should petition for his own best interest how to best protect him from anyone else.
Okay, so one of us is going to have to talk to him then.
Dashara,
Mm-hmm.
if we attempt to talk to this thing,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to, like, secure us somewhere so that we don't touch this thing.
But to talk to it, aren't you gonna have to touch it?
Yeah.
Do we? Maybe you touch it and then I touch you. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'll hold your hand.
But... Okay, but what if he takes over my body and I go all nodding towards Charlotte like crazy?
I am right here.
But you don't have... You're not a magic user.
I'm still strong. I can be scary.
No, I know.
Oh.
I'm saying I think that we are so impacted or affected, really.
It affects us worse than it would have you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm going to make a perception check now that I'm on the top of the ship.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yes. 20.
Are you looking around the ship or like out?
No, out and about. Like, because if I was told, like, hey, there might be some shit coming after us, I would like to be concerned about that, please.
Yeah. As you glance around the ship, you don't see anything coming your way. You don't hear anything. But as you're like glancing off in the distance, there is like this inkling you get. It's weird, Shar, you're getting used to this feeling of like people magically watching you.
Mm.
And in this moment, even without detect magic up, you feel it. You feel like somebody's watching you.
Okay,
Somebody's
we don't have the
Mhm.
copyrights for that.
watching me.
We're being watched. We need to make a decision very quickly.
That's what I'm saying.
So, just both of you stand back. I'll talk to him. I'll touch the orb. I'll talk to him, and it'll be good.
No.
Do you- we we don't have
Let
time.
her try first. She's less affected than we are.
What if that means that she? Okay, let's go.
What? Why? I kind of want to hear what you were about to say. What if that means she what?
Can't communicate with him.
Oh, I thought you were saying, what if that means she's gonna die when she touches it? Okay, I'll go. And she walks over to it, and wait, there's a lock on it. I can't open this. Don't you have the key? No, I have the key. What am I talking about?
Yeah,
I forgot. I have the key.
Stress is a hell of a drug.
Okay, wait. And she unlocks it and opens the outhouse door, and like there's a cloth over it as well.
If
And
you pull a David Blaine, I swear to God.
and it's gone. No, she pulls the cloth off. And there it is. And in this moment, you both have this weird feeling that washes over you of like excitement to see it again. Almost
like a drug.
like a drug, like something you know is bad for you, but also like, oh man, like that
Did
is
you need
it.
to sniff right
I
there?
did.
Like that's what I've been waiting for this whole time.
The drugs.
The drugs. And Dashara turns around and looks at the both of you, and I would like for you to to roll me
My
what's
obituary.
the
I would like you to
insight checks, please.
17.
23.
Zem, she looks at you and she gives you like a little bit of a smile, but you can tell she's scared. Shar, you can see that there's like a tremor in her hand as she reaches out and touches the orb. And now we're going to go to what is
God damn it,
happening
you
with
bitch.
the other three.
I hate you so much right now.
Tolly.
Hold on, let me. Okay.
It was like you blinked. You had enough time to think, oh shit, it's not how this is supposed to happen. And you blinked. And then there's a moment of disorientation, not too unfamiliar to you because it feels like all those other times that your memory was sort of wiped. But then you open your eyes. And you're back at the palace. And you're a kid again. And you're playing with your friends. 2 little girls. One with blonde hair, one with dark hair. The one with dark hair is a little older. You're closer in age to the one with blonde hair. And the one with the darker haired sister is being a little bossy, telling you what to do. You know, she's the queen and the 2 of you are the princesses and you have to listen to her. And what are you thinking in this moment?
I can't wait until someone gets us for lunch because I'm really hungry.
And
I hope that they have like all of those pastries with all the fruit in it.
just as you're thinking that, one of your favorite servants comes in. She's like this sweet older lady with her gray hair all pulled back in a tight bun, a little bonnet on. And she's got that like full framed grandmother thing going on with like the little poofy skirt too that everybody likes to play in. And she comes in, she has a tray, and there are the pastries.
Oh my God.
There's like some sandwiches and a little pot of tea with 3 little teacups and stuff. And she comes into the room and she's like, okay, dears, it's time for lunch. And she goes over to the table and she starts setting it out, this very fancy spread. And the 2 other little girls are like, we're not hungry. We want to play.
I guess we're not hungry yet.
And she looks at you and she's like, are you a little hungry?
And I nod my head.
Okay. She looks over and she's like, okay, come on, girls. It's not a question. Your father says it's time for lunch. And they're just like, oh, okay. And they like stomp over. And you sit down and you start having like the tea, and you see that the dark-haired sister is looking at the 2 of you and she's like, no, make sure you put your napkin on your lap, and you don't make sure, you're only touching your pastry with the one hand. You don't want to get crumbs on both. And oh my God, Adria, your dress. And she's like fussing with her, and Adria's just like, oh my God, stop. It's just the 3 of us. Who cares?
I'm gonna take my napkin and like, I don't want to say that I'm scared, but I definitely don't want to be like wrong here, and like I want to look good, so I'm like, okay, and I sit up straighter and I put my napkin where she said to put my napkin, and I just keep like out of the corner of my eye like looking at what she's doing so that I can do it too, like like mirror her.
Adria looks over towards you and she's like, oh my God, stop it. You're just trying to be like her. We said we wouldn't be like her.
But you said.
No. She says, I just want to eat however I want. You should eat however you want to.
I don't know how I want to eat. I just want to eat it.
And the dark-haired sister is like, she's just trying to do it properly, Adria. And Adria's like, oh my God. You know what? I'm not even hungry anymore. And she slams her hands on the table and she storms out of the room. And the other sister looks at you and she's like, thank you for at least trying. She is just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
She just says she doesn't want to be like me, and she doesn't want to be like what mom and dad think. I mean, I'm sorry, the queen and king think we need to be like, but we're princesses. And princesses are supposed to do things properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you having a good time?
I always have a good time here with you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And she looks like she doesn't quite believe you, and she's like, well, I heard that you've been practicing using weapons.
Just, when my dad takes me out.
Do you have fun?
And like I'm unsure how to respond to that because it's not quote unquote ladylike.
Roll me a history check.
I'm in the wrong character. I'm so sorry. 10.
So Tali, this sister is going to be the next queen. She is known for being very prim, very proper, very polite, very smart. She's like good at everything and everybody loves her. You think she's kind of a pain in the ass. And so in this moment, I do think that it would make sense for you to be a little guarded about this thing because you suspect she doesn't have strong opinions of girls who are doing quote unquote boy things.
I mean, it's okay. But I just, have to listen to my father.
Oh, fathers, they always have all these rules and things like that. I think maybe someday it would be fun for me to learn how to pick up a bow or a sword or something. That could be fun.
My dad can probably teach you.
Oh, I don't know if my parents would agree to something like that. I'd probably say it'd be unbecoming.
But maybe my dad can talk to your dad.
Oh, they have been friends for a long time.
I'm nodding sagely. Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I worry about Adria, though.
Why?
She's so defiant all the time.
Maybe she just needs more help.
Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes, this is going to sound terrible. You can't tell anybody I said this.
I promise.
We're friends. You wouldn't tell on me.
Mm-mm.
I kind of wish I was an only child sometimes.
Do you mean like she went away?
Or like she never existed to begin with, you know?
Oh, my eyes are huge.
I wouldn't do anything. No, like I don't mean that. Of course I love her. She's my sister now, but she just makes everything so complicated.
Mm-hmm. She's kind of fun to play with though, right?
I mean, she used to be, but now she doesn't want to play any of the fun games. Like, she didn't even want to have tea with us, or play school, or play court, or.
I'm sorry if that was my fault.
No, it's not your fault. All she ever wants to do is, like, magic stuff.
Magic's kind of cool. She can do magic.
Not well, no.
Oh, can you do magic?
I mean, a little bit, but.
What can you do?
And she's like, okay, but you can't tell, because
I
I'm not
won't-
supposed to do it without my tutor.
I won't tell anyone.
Okay. And she starts focusing on her hands, and you see they like pulse a little bit with like just like a little bit of light, and she's like focusing really hard, and then all of a sudden this like little mote of fire appears, and she's like, huh, and then it goes and explodes one of the teacups, and she's like, oh, I'm just gonna tell everybody Adria did that. That's fine.
Oh no, will she get in trouble?
Yes, so much trouble, but I can't get in trouble.
No, I mean, you can say that I did it.
No, I wouldn't get you in trouble. Then they might not let you come here anymore, and I already don't have enough friends as it is.
Oh. Yeah, I don't like that.
No. Besides, like, you know, it's a big opportunity for you too to be here with us, you know, and for your family.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I guess, you know, since you're our playmate and you're our friend, and so your parents get to come to court and they get, you know, private time with my parents, like it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And right about this time, that same servant woman comes in and she's like, Talia, your parents are here to pick you up.
I don't want to go yet.
She's like, well, I'm sorry. They're here, sweetheart. You have to go.
Okay. Who am I saying goodbye to?
As you are saying goodbye, the older sister leans forward and she gives you a hug and she's like, don't tell anybody about the teacup.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Perfect. Okay. And she's like, and next time you come over, and the woman at the door is like, Livia, let her leave. She needs to go home. And she's like, can't talk to me that way. And she sits back down in her chair though. And at that moment she's like, come on.
I go.
Okay.
Wave over, like, just don't stop waving as I'm being let out.
She waves back to you. And as you're being walked out, the servant woman is saying to you, like, did you have fun today?
Mm-hmm.
We're so excited to have you come back. I'm sorry that Adria had a bit of a moment. She's been having a lot of them lately. I think she and her sister just aren't getting along very well.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, here. And she pulls out a little bag. She's like, I didn't think you had enough time to eat your pastry. So, and she hands it to you. She's like, there's a dozen pastries in there. You can share them with your parents. And we'll see you in a couple days.
Okay. And now I'm skipping beside her because friggin'
Pastries.
pastries.
Perfect. Perfect.
The slice of life.
She leads you to the front door where your parents are waiting. And what are your parents like?
I like any movie that you've ever seen where there's nobility, that's what they're like. They are kind though. So when they see me coming, they smile and it's like a whole brand I'm trying not to say moment.
Yes. Yes.
Where, they're happy to see me and I'm happy to see them, and there's clearly a really good relationship there, and they're loving parents.
So you see them with like childlike wonder.
Mm-hmm. Like they're, my everything really.
Talia, as you are heading down the steps to get in the little carriage thing that your parents are picking you up in, you hear a voice in the back of your mind that doesn't sound familiar to you at all. And it says, you could stay, You could stay here. You don't have to go back. And you see your father reach forward and he opens the door to the carriage that you could climb into. And also to the left of the carriage, there is a second portal that opens. And you see this burnt out forest. You see the place you came from. And for a moment, you remember. You remember this is a memory that you're in. And that other place is where you came from. But it's bad. And it's scary there. And you have a choice in this moment to go with your parents or to go back to where you came from.
When you say I remember, do I remember everything, or do I just know enough to know that this is a memory and that I am who I am that we've seen in that portal?
Yeah, I don't know that it's like you remember everything and you become that person again, but you remember it with this childlike sense of that place is bad. That is real. That is where I came from, but it's scary. And there's bad stuff that I have to do there. And this is comfort. This is another place.
And you said I'm like 5 here?
Yeah, you're young.
Oh, that sucks. Because I think at 5, I'd choose to stay with the parents. My parent. I mean, like, this is happy and comfortable and good. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. You climb into the carriage with your parents.
But I don't stop looking. And I might even, like, tug on, like, if my dad's wearing a cloak or something, like, what is that?
He's like, what is what, sweetheart? I don't see what you're talking
And
about.
I'm going to point to it directly.
And he's like, I see nothing there. Come, let's go home.
It's bad over there.
Well, then don't go over there. And he leans down and he's like, are you okay? Did you have a fight with the princesses?
No, but I think it's scary. I think there's something bad.
Well, I would never want you to deal with anything bad. And your mother leans down to you and is like, are you feeling okay? And she's touching your forehead. You do feel a bit warm. Do you want to go home? You could lie down for a moment. I could get you some water.
I do want to go home.
And come with us. Let's go home.
Okay.
Okay, so they usher you into the carriage. The door shuts. It starts to wheel away down the drive, and you're looking out the back. There's like a small rectangular window out of the very back where the headrests are, and you watch as that portal that opens starts to slowly close. And you head home with your family.
When it closes, do I still remember? Or
You remember in a way that almost feels like a dream. And it starts to recede, and the dread starts to leave your chest.
okay.
And you feel more comfortable again.
I open my bag of pastries.
And you eat them and they are delicious.
As pastries are.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, I don't know that you even really had time to react to what the hell was happening
No.
in that moment. You were kind of watching both things. You were watching the diamond get brighter red and stuff, and you saw the first crack and you were like, huh, and then pff, it was just gone. And for you also, it's like waking up. And you wake up and you're in your bed.
He sits up, looks around. Was a dream, right? Sounds about right. He'll stand up, look around.
Yeah, you look around. Your wife's not in bed with you, and there's like a moment of panic. And then you hear someone downstairs making breakfast.
He gets very angsty, like just like jittery, and kind of runs downstairs.
Okay. You see your wife. She's there. She's at there's like a stove with like a flat top, and she's cooking something that smells sort of like ham or bacon, some eggs, and she's still wearing her nightdress and her hair's all done up. It's messy, whatever. And she's just like, "Oh, sweetheart, hi. Sorry, I've slept in a little bit. It's taking me a minute to get breakfast together."
He just kind of like, you know how like when you're drunken, you like stumble around. Like he kind of like stumbles towards her to like grab her into a hug.
She's like, "What? I'm sorry. Are you okay?"
Oh, I'm great. It just feels like I haven't seen you in forever.
Oh, silly. I just saw you last night. What are you
I
talking?
know. Maybe we got a little drunk. I don't
Oh,
know.
I always tell you shouldn't drink so much wine with dinner.
I should probably start listening to you.
Do you want to go wake up the kids while I finish up down here?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you head upstairs. Your children, boys, girls? What?
So he has two sons. One of them is 19, older.
Okay.
The other one is months old, like brand new child.
Okay. So you go up. Each of your children are sleeping in their beds. Especially the 19-year-old. The 19-year-old does not want to get out of bed.
He kind of like saunters over, like kind of loudly sits on the bed.
Oh, Dad, no, please.
I mean, that's food.
I can smell it. It smells so good, but I'm so tired.
You told me, did I get out there again?
No, please.
All right. Well, I'm going to make sure the little owl's going to be awake, and you have until that time to figure your shite out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I stayed up too late playing games again.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Okay. You go in the room with your very young son, and he's like standing up in his little crib thing, like looking at you already, smiling.
All right, you're a little tight. Come here.
And you come over, and he's immediately just like arms up. You pick him up. Mm-hmm.
He kind of like, bounces him around, like kind of. He gives so his older son Micah. He gives him a little bit longer than he probably should.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, let's go wake up your brother.
And
he kind of throws the sheets off, drags him by the leg, like out of the bed.
it's like, oh God, this is the worst thing ever. But he eventually zombie walks with you.
He tries to get up. I'm just holding him by the leg and dragging him out.
He's hopping.
You should cotton up when I told you to. All right, kiss your mother, have your breakfast.
Mom. And the baby's just like, meh. And it sits in a little high chair, and there's already little bits of cut up egg and stuff for the baby, and some little grapes that are cut into little quarters and stuff. And you start having breakfast. And your wife, what is your wife's name?
It's Eva.
Okay. Eva looks over at you and she's like, "So what are the plans for today? It seems like it's going to be a beautiful one, and it's like a Sunday, so no business."
No, I don't think we'll have any business. I don't know. Might just, check on all the townspeople and make sure everybody's doing all right.
Well, that's
I think the council meeting's tonight for the village. Make sure everything's running smoothly.
Yeah, I think, the most of the stuff should be pretty simple. Planning for the next big festival coming up. It's almost time for the harvest.
Harvest Fest will be fun.
Yes.
Hopefully we don't get any more surprise visitors like last time.
No, we should always welcome visitors. You know that. You're always so worried about people.
Well, people are fine.
Mhm.
Do we need to go check on your parents today?
No, no. I heard from them yesterday. They seem to be doing well. So I think the day is mostly ours. We should do something as a family.
Sure. Looks over and like Mike is like still half asleep. Like
Yeah, he has like his fork halfway to his mouth. Is like falling out of his chair.
weren't you training with the nobility this week, Micah?
I don't want to. Oh my god, the last time I went, that girl made me look like a fool.
What are you, a fool?
I don't want to talk about it.
So the answer is yes.
I'm just not a very good shot.
Well, then don't train with a bow. Do something else.
I'm not good at anything.
Have you tried everything?
All the weapons and stuff, yeah, like I don't like that stuff. Not as good as you.
You understand that I've had eons longer than you to learn something, right?
Yeah, I know, but I don't like it.
Okay. Well, do your mandatory training, learn how everything works, and we'll figure something else for you to do.
Okay.
There are
feel
other
like
ways to be important than just being a soldier.
yeah, I don't think I want to be a soldier. I think I would like doing something with like books.
Okay, let's go find your books then. But you understand that I can't let you just skip out on training, though.
No, I know. I'll go. I just don't want you to like have high expectations, you
I,
know?
I think your expectations should be higher.
You're right.
All right, what's wrong? You don't agree with me that easily. What are you doing?
No, I'm just I don't know. I just feel a little lost.
Well, let's go for a walk later. We can try to sort that out, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Now, actually eat your breakfast. Don't fall asleep into it.
As you're saying that, he looks over at his little brother. His little brother picks up a piece of egg and just throws it at his head, and it's like,
See, he agrees.
uh, and Eva's just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to clean the kitchen all over again. Such a mess.
You can. I'll take care of that later.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like he does not eat breakfast at all. He's just in this moment.
She notices you're not eating. She's like, why aren't you eating?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I even baked fresh bread because you're always like, I love bread. Bread's the
Well, I
best.
do love bread.
I know.
Everybody loves bread.
There's fresh butter and bread and a little bit of honey.
Oh, we got the honey in.
Yes. A big harvest. I think it's going to do really well for us.
Well, if it's good, this good now, I wonder how good it'll be next year.
And Lauren, in this moment, you start to have this weird vertigo feeling. Like you're off kilter. Like that voice in the back of your head that's been kind of saying to you like, "Oh yeah, that other thing, that was the dream." Like you're starting to doubt it a little bit more. And you hear another voice that sounds vaguely familiar to you. That says, "You could stay here if you wanted."
Hello?
And as you're glancing around, you see that where there is a door that usually leads to like a pantry,
Mm-hmm.
this little rift starts to open to a place that you recognize all too well. It's that place from what you feel like is a nightmare. This burnt out forest, this place where nothing is thriving. And you have those memories coming back to you. You remember what that life was like. You remember that all-consuming vengeance. You remember that that is where you came from. And you have a choice to make.
just can you take your brother outside, please?
What? What? Why? Did I say something?
No, he just. I think he needs some sunshine.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Come on, little dude. And he picks him up and he like looks over at your wife and she's just like nods her head and he picks the baby up and they go outside. You can see them out the window. Like he puts the baby down and the baby's just starting to walk. So he's like kind of toddling around and
Ava, this isn't real.
what do you mean this isn't real?
This is what I want. That doesn't make it reality.
I feel real.
Not to me. Not to me, you're not anymore. You're always with me now. I lost you.
But we're here together. You're scaring me.
I was a fool to think that I could ever move on from you. I was going to outlive you. I was destined to.
Then what are you talking about? Like, where are you going?
Eva, this is a dream. And I need you to listen because I never got to say goodbye to you properly before. And I had so much pain from that I don't think I could ever do it again, but that pain was how it was. That means that I have feelings, despite some sense to the contrary. I loved you. I loved you with everything that I was. And you were meant to be my last love. And I lost you, and that is on me. That was my fault. I should have seen things better. But wanting to live in my own dream, that's not fair to the people that need to fight for theirs. And I think I can help. Because I don't want this to happen to anyone else.
She's just staring at you in awe right now.
If I could make that choice 1,000 times, I would have been with you.
I would like for you to roll me a perception check.
11.
You are looking at this person who feels so much. She feels real. This moment feels real to you, even though you've identified it for what it is. And she leans forward to you and she grabs your hand and squeezes it and she says, I don't know what you're talking about and I don't know what you mean, but I trust you. And if you have to do something, then I think, and then it stops. It's like she's stuck in this moment. And you look out the window and your sons are stuck in this moment and everything stops. And the door to the outside opens and Adria walks in.
You seem a little bit more real. I feel pain with you.
She looks at you and she's just like, I'm honestly really surprised.
You chose a terrible day.
I gave you everything you wanted. And then it was so real that, and she looks over at this thing that was her creation of Eva. It even started reacting to you like she would. It told you to go, to take care of other people at her expense.
That was who she was. You can't illusion that, Adria. That was who she was. She was better than all of us. Image or not, illusion or not, She was always going to find a way through.
I'm impressed. So you're really leaving? You're going to take the pain and the suffering over this. This was my gift to you.
Gift?
You could have everything back. Everything you think that I took from you.
But you're going to take so much more from others.
I'm going to take everything I want from anybody I want to take it from.
Not anymore.
And you're going to stop me?
I'm going to be a factor. Because you wouldn't have tried to keep me away if I wasn't going to be. I've opposed you every step of the way. And instead of just finding a way to kill me, you made it worse. I'm going to be the kind one in this relationship, Adrian. You're just going to get death, and that will be your mercy.
Oh, Lorne. I can't wait for you to fail.
Likewise.
And in those moments, right before you die, I want you to remember you could have had this instead.
I always had it. You're the one that took it away.
And with that, everything fades in this moment. So, we're back on the ship. Deshara has touched the orb. And Zem and Shar, you're watching her for any outward signs or manifestation of this darkness that you saw leaking into Shar, that you saw coming out of Kai. And Deshara is just there with her hand on the orb, and every once in a while she nods. Okay.
Are you okay? He calls from the distance. They've backed up.
It's almost like she can't hear you. And she takes her hand off the orb and she turns around. And she looks at the two of you.
Go.
He says he's the only one in there. He says that whatever happened to them downstairs, he didn't have anything to do with that. And that Adria probably has something to do with it. And if you let him out, maybe he'll be able to help.
Uh-huh.
So they're not in the orb.
Nope, not in there.
Did he say anything about us moving the orb?
No, he just said let him out.
Can we even let him?
He says Zem knows how.
What?
Mm.
So, yep. He says Zem knows how and to just let him out and then he'll help. And he also said that, oh, what was it? He said that moving him in the orb would just be really hard, so just let him out.
Is
That's
she
what he says.
acting normally?
Yeah, she seems pretty normal. She's just let him out. That's all he wants.
So I want to make sure that she is her
Mm-hmm.
and only her.
Yes, you do. Okay. How are we going to do that?
I'm going to sashay over to her and then I'm going to caress her face.
Okay. So you do that and so as you like walk up to her, she gets more and more stiff, like, and then like you caress her face and she's like, she does like the cold chill thing. She's like, oh, what?
Is it you? Is it just you?
Wait, I don't know. Hold on. Wait, do that again. I think you need to check again.
What is her hair like?
So she has like dark hair that she usually keeps like fairly short and like slicked back.
So, like, I was caressing her face, so I'll just move my hand to her hair.
She's like, "Oh my God. Yes, it's me. I didn't think you were actually going to touch me again. Stop." Char's looking at us.
Is that the correct reaction?
It's her.
Okay.
So,
You hear like a from downstairs.
The fuck? Char runs downstairs.
Lauren's standing there.
Ah!
Now you have to talk to yourself.
Sammy's back!
look at what you did.
Char runs back upstairs. He's back.
Who's back?
The other guy, the weird guy.
Shady's back.
I
The
heard
weird
that, and he's like walking up the
Oh.
stairs.
Where is your
Like, you-
little weirdo?
You
And
look at his
Kai?
face, and he is like drenched in tears.
Where's Kai?
I don't know. I didn't see her. I did see a particularly loud bitch.
Right here.
Oh, God. Where are we at?
Are you okay?
Fine. We're moving on. So I'm assuming that Kai's gone and Tally's gone as well?
Yeah, you were all gone. There was just dust everywhere. Glitter. That diamond completely shattered. So, wasted that.
Adria trapped us in a dream.
I mean, she does that, but where did you go?
Home. Or at least what was there before. He gestures to everything.
I take it that was hard.
What? No. Not at all. Managed to find a way back.
All this.
I'm sorry
don't
that
know.
was difficult for you, but not everyone had.
I don't know where the other two are, but if it's even similar to what I went through, I don't know if either of them are coming back.
I mean, where could Talia have even gone to? She doesn't remember anything.
Maybe it's exactly where she went. The things she can't remember. The spaces between.
And I have absolutely no idea what that means for Kai, and I don't know why you physically left to be trapped in a dream.
I have no fucking idea.
I want to think if there's anything I ever saw mentioned to about dreams as a plane.
Roll me a history check.
Oh, but we have to go. We have to go now.
16.
So, you have heard this dream world described as like its own area of existence, its own place where people can exert different influences. Not necessarily like their corporeal body, but being more present, more real inside of those spaces. However, you do remember that you read about a spell recently where you can use dreams as a way to move between realities, move between planes of existence. And you're wondering if it's something like that. If she's moved these people into some sort of pocket plane that she's created.
And would that depend more on her or more on them? Interesting. Them being the dreamers, which means Kai could be literally anywhere at any time.
You guys have magic? Like, is there something we can do to bring him back? Undo it?
I don't possess that ability. I can try to find them in a dream, but I don't know how much, what's the word I'm looking for? I'd be able to control anything. I don't know if I could influence it or just witness it. And that's if I can even pinpoint it. I'd need something of them. Did Tali leave anything behind? Did she leave anything with you?
Did she pocket anything on me? I forget.
She put it all back.
Right, but did she put anything else? Is my question.
I don't remember. Did you put anything in his pocket?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because she had her bow
Well,
with
did
her,
I
too.
have my bow and my quiver?
You had them, unless you took them off, you would have had them.
I mean, because I would have carried them with me from the river, but I don't know that I would have.
So the question is, did you have them? You didn't have
physically
you weren't wearing
on
them.
me.
It's up to you.
Like, this feels like a cheat response, but to be perfectly honest, why would I be wearing it
When you're sitting down?
on a couch?
Yeah. Maybe you took them off.
Which means they'd be on the couch.
Yeah.
And then Kai has all her shit in her room.
So we got a lot.
I mean, I can try, but I don't think now's the time because we're still sitting on this fucking giant beacon.
Yeah, she's gonna show up.
With that fucking thing. Since the door's open and you have eyeballs. Have you ever met a god before?
The fuck?
What do you know of the gods?
That's a good question, actually. What's the god's relationship with this plane, star system?
So, it is very similar to Vela in that the gods haven't really been taking an active role in your lives for the past 2,000 years. There was still some worship of Phanom on your world because that was the key deity. But aside from that, not a lot. I mean, Adria, you now have been told is a god, has ascended. That's it.
I don't know. The gods really don't interact with us anymore. Although apparently Adria is a god or god adjacent. And after that display of power, I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Do you know
The Muffin Man.
I did that to myself.
Walked into my own trap.
It wasn't the first time, won't be the last. What do you know of Nex and Nox?
Roll me a religion check. Oh, damn.
Religion. 19.
So, these people have become sort of like the boogeyman to people in your world. Like, oh, don't. This is why, like, the magic thing was a little touchy because it's like, you don't want to do that. You'll end up like Nox, and she's like a crazy evil witch, or like, don't stay out too late at night. Don't go in the woods at night because Nex will get you. Like, they're kind of like evil deities in your world.
Well, I mean, we've all had stories of those too, but they're not exactly kind.
That is very accurate.
I just imagine the ball like shakes, like, how dare you?
There's like a twinkle. As angry as it can sound. So the legend, you know what? Let's just cut all the bullshit out. Uh, Lorne, meet Nex.
You gestured at a bull.
Mm-hmm. So when she
I was scared
said
of a bull.
Bubbles, we were taken aback because you're kind of in a bubble.
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
I don't want to. Charisma save 20.
Okay. You feel that pull towards it again. And in your head, you hear like a deeply masculine voice just say, "Nice to meet you."
The ball just
It's a
talked to
god.
me. What the fuck?
Knock it the fuck off. I yell to a god.
But that...
Don't touch it.
I'm not touching it, but that's a god?
Here's my dilemma.
Oh, just the one dilemma.
Adria, Nox, equal and awful. They hate each other. They want to destroy each other.
Let them.
One would solve the problem of the other. But I know this evil, and I am confident we can defeat this evil. I don't know what happens if we release this evil. That evil. Meaning Nox. Nex. Who, twin sister. They are twins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Twin sister would, gladly join us. Why hasn't she?
You're asking the ball?
Char's waiting.
No, I'm asking you, the DM.
Isn't she coming down in like 3 days?
Yeah, but seems real weird that we're sticking to the, arbitrary rules set forth 2,000 years ago.
Well, I mean, we do have to have a system in place. He says to the
We all know
wall.
what kind of god I'd be.
Fuck your rules and power sets. Okay, so we're still in the shit. What the fuck do we do?
Yeah, basically.
Wait, can you talk to it?
Yeah, the problem is it talks back.
That generally is how a conversation goes.
God damn it. Would you like to fucking try?
Do you want me to?
Don't touch it.
Okay, hello?
Yeah. Touch it.
It's telling me I should touch it.
I know. So that it can possess you and work through you.
I wouldn't do that to you.
He's
I feel like
master of lies.
I feel like it would do that to
Yeah.
me.
I would never.
Sit on a throne of lies.
Don't listen to her. She's a bitch.
Which one?
I am a bitch, and you should still listen to me.
So, okay, can you help us with our dilemma?
Touch it and find out.
This feels very sexual in nature. I don't like it.
Episode title. This feels very sexual.
I hate it.
Please make it that.
Oh, God. That's what it should be titled. Oh, God.
Meanwhile,
oh, gods.
It feels like it's sexual. Meanwhile, it's a trauma episode.
Oh, so much trauma.
Heavy trauma. I have half-cocked ideas.
What? Nope. Not walking into that one.
Yeah. It's
I have some full cocked ideas.
I was gonna say, let's cock them. Okay, we need to find a stopping point.
Oh, God.
now,
Okay.
because it's a little over an hour.
I know. I've been watching the time.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
I know. This is the choice we have to make. We have to either do it or decide what we're gonna. The thing is that Nex is currently contained as he can be, and he's just looking for some fool to let him out. Now, we might very well end up being those fools, but I would like to have a more solid plan before we just release him to abandon us and then go fuck off wherever he feels to fucking off to.
Okay, so Adria is going to be here
I know.
soon. Like, she knows we're here.
I know. I don't know how I know, but I know. This is what I'm saying. We need a choice, right? We need to make a decision now so that we move now.
So the choices are either we take him, him, whatever,
Without touching
the
it,
gold
him,
with us,
whatever.
and leave, or we leave him here and we leave, or we let him out.
Yes. If we leave him here in the bubble and she comes here and finds him, she will destroy him.
Bubble Man, can she absorb you?
There's like a long pause because I don't even know if he's thought about this. And he's like, I hope not.
Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we let him stay as our bait and we wait for her to come here.
But what if she does absorb him and become an even fucking bigger problem?
Well, we can kill her before she gets to him.
You know how to kill a god? Can we kill a god?
Yeah, everything can die.
That's the episode title. Everything can die.
Shark chimes it. Sam, have you used your pendant today?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I can try. Shark kind of sits cross-legged on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fucking help!
Are you asking questions or just looking for some guidance?
Guidance was nice.
Amara's just like, don't let him out.
Okay, option 3 is out, guys. Option 3 is a no-go.
And I don't know if she can absorb him, but that would be bad too.
We're taking him with us. We're leaving him.
You can't hear her, right? She's like talking into his mind.
Yes.
So he just... Nope, option 3's out.
Like a divine download.
And we're taking him with us. He's just been forsaken by the squirrels.
Well, how about this is Zamira now yelling. How about you provide some fucking options then? Or maybe here's an idea. You all come down here and fix it. I'm literally screaming this with the intent for all gods to hear me. All gods to hear me. Whether or not they do is not up to me, but that is my intent.
All the gods come to fight Sun Shore.
Fucking fix it!
Did any of them hear that?
No. That's probably for the best.
Oh, I'll not tell her that.
Tell her that they were all very intimidated.
That's going to be a lie. So, Lauren is... Everybody's fucking crazy.
Yes, Lauren is just standing there like, what the actual fuck?
Okay.
All right, so
he turns to the only other person. Can we grab that thing safely?
Yeah, I just touched it. It was fine.
All right, let's fucking go.
It's pretty big. Am I just going to carry this?
You have a better idea?
Don't we have, like, rope and
I guess we could
a net or something?
just throw it over my back like Santa Claus, because that's a real thing.
The god of prostitutes?
That's for one in the episode. That's the moment we've been waiting for to end this episode. The god of prostitutes. That's
The
now
patron
canon.
saint of healers.
All right, y'all. Well,
Jolly old
just one. Just as a little update, we will not be releasing in 2 weeks because that is Christmas Eve. Although at this point I feel like we should release something about the canon of Santa being the god of hooers in this world. But no, we will not be releasing on the 24th. Our next episode will be coming out on January 7th, where we will pick up
Whatever the fuck this
whatever
is.
this is. Thank you for sticking with us. We hope you all have wonderful holidays, whatever you celebrate.
Happy New Year.
We hope it's a good one. And yes, have a happy new year. We'll see you in 2025. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Anything for the sake of the recording.
Slut.
Intro music by Isaac Vyers. Character designs by Cam Gonzalez. Produced by Leah Hemrick. Graphics designer Jen Kearney. And audio engineer Arthur Polino.